me the state religion, because I think that idea has a flaw at its center. I think that there has been a shift in the last 25, 40 years, or it was never completely true to begin with. I'm not sure which. And the reason I would put it this way is, to me, having now read like a dozen or from a dozen Chomsky books in preparation for this trilogy and watched Manufacturing Consent, etc., one of the words that never comes up in his material is political party. So state capitalism, state religion, for reasons of state, state managers, masters of the universe. There's no, in the books that we read for this first two episodes, there's no accounting for civil war. There's no accounting for parties with paramilitary adjuncts that declare war on each other. In other words, the state is actually fractured, and it's not, and I've said this for, I think for years on the show, correct me if I'm wrong, I've said it's the parties that are religious, not the state. In other words, the parties present two different national narratives, and they present two different like reasons of state. Like the reasons of state should be reasons of states. But if you compress that into one state, like the United States is famously split. So in other words, you know, when you look at the manufacture of consent, it's hard to say that it's fully the same operating system as it was in 1993, because the very next year is the Gingrich Revolution. The Tea Party comes up around the election of Obama. You have the whole Iraq War, which kind of more fits the reasons of state Vietnam model more than anything else. But then with the rise of social media, part of what I find disturbing, and I don't mean this in a condemnation kind of way, I just mean this like in a theoretical way. Part of what I find disturbing to the theory of manufacturing consent is it seems clear to me that when people are put in charge of managing the messages that are corporate messages, two things happen. One is they split ideologically along party lines, and they have these very fervent, almost spiritual beliefs in political figures, but they just don't share the same beliefs about the same figures. So in other words, like Trump is deified by a lot of his base, at least at a certain point. But even Obama, and then at certain points like inauguration or voting day, people highly hold up people like Biden. And even if you remember during the inauguration, it was Harris who was like taking on the mantle of like the civil rights persona, the civil rights story that Obama had begun. All these narratives of like children can now grow up, you know, believing in XYZ because of this new progress that we've made.